I'm going to be sharing with you in this video 3 signs you're stepping into your true self and into your true power. I'm going to make it so clear in this video that you're really ascending into your true power. It's going to be undeniable. It's going to be undeniable. You're going to know for sure by the end of this video if you're truly in alignment with who you really are and your true power. Maybe you've thought to yourself, what is power? Like, not an ego power. What is true power? How do I know if I'm really stepping into my true power? How can I really know? How can I really know? You might be thinking, like, am I just lost in stories? Am I really in my true power? Let's talk about that in this video. Let's make it really clear. Let's make it undeniable for you. Let's talk about this. We're going to be talking about in this video 3 signs you're ascending into your true self and into your true power, where you know exactly that you're in alignment with who you really are. You know exactly for sure. You might have questions, but even beyond those questions, you'll still know. Let's talk about it. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation to see if you're a good fit for the coaching program. And a couple spots have actually just opened up. So if you do want to be part of the coaching program while there are spots still open, hit the link that's in the description box of this video. So let's just get right into this then. The first sign that you're ascending into your true self and into your true power is you are now transcending limitations. You're transcending your limitations. You might still have limitations. When I say transcending limitations, what exactly do I mean there? Am I saying that you're not going to have fears and that you're not going to have anxieties and that you're not going to experience doubt? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying though is that you'll transcend them. Francis, what does that mean? What does it mean to transcend limitations but still experience them? Francis, that sounds like a contradiction. No, it's not a contradiction, because transcending limitation doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to experience them. This is what I've realized in my life. What I've realized in my life is that transcending limitations is not about not feeling doubt or not feeling fear or not feeling anxiety. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. The truth is that you might still feel it, but you're going to start to develop a different relationship to it. You're not going to believe in the fears. You'll transcend it in the sense that you might still feel those things, but you're not going to lose yourself in them because you know that who you are is not a feeling, is not an emotion, it's not any limitation. You might still have this physical body, but if you're beginning to realize that, wait a second, I have a human body, I have fears that might come up sometimes, in fact, more often than I want to. You might have that thought, oh God, these fears, they're popping up in my life much more than I would like to have them. But you might be aware that those things are coming up for you right now or at any moment in your life. But there's this part of you that knows that you are not it. It meaning you are not those limitations. Like, that's the thing. You might still have the fear. Like, oh God, there's the fear. There it is. Oh God, I'm feeling it. It's like, it's scary. It doesn't feel good. I don't want to feel this. But you know that you're transcending it in the sense that in the past, you believed that's what you were. But now you know it's not you. You don't have to believe in all those anxieties. Okay, now the second sign is that you're beginning to transcend thoughts and feelings and limits. What does this mean? This means that you might still have those thoughts, you might still have those feelings, but you're not listening to them anymore. You're listening to something much deeper. You see, this is the biggest problem that people have, I believe, when they're going through what they think is a spiritual awakening, but they're not really stepping into their true power. They have thoughts around being in their power. What's really happening is they're stuck in a story and they're stuck in a loop of thinking that they're in their power when really they're sucked into limitation. And they think that they shouldn't be feeling them. It's like, oh, if I'm in my power, I shouldn't be experiencing fear, right? I shouldn't be experiencing doubts. I shouldn't be experiencing worries. What if I told you that's a false belief? Now, I'm not saying that when your energy gets to a certain level, you're not going to feel those limitations as much, but there's going to come a point where you still feel them. You don't know why you're feeling them. It doesn't make any logical sense. It's confusing sometimes. But what's happening is that you're learning to transcend them in the sense that there it is, there's the anxiety, but it becomes like a floating cloud in the sky that you don't necessarily need to believe in anymore. You don't need to believe in those anxieties. Those anxieties no longer have to control your life, okay? Now, the third one is a little bit more positive. These ones are a little bit like, oh God, seriously, Francis? Now, I just want to conclude. Am I saying that overall, as you step into your power, you're not going to, like the thing is, I'm not saying that when you step into your power, you're not gonna have an overall better emotional experience. You are going to have an overall better emotional experience, but it's going to be something that happens only when you can learn to face your shadows. That's been my experience. The more that I'm afraid to face my shadows, the more that I'm afraid to be who I really am in each moment, the more that I'm afraid to express everything that I'm feeling in each moment unapologetically, this is exactly when I'm not in my true power, because I actually am living in fear. I'm living in fear of what would happen if I fully stepped into that thing that I'm scared to do. That is going to cause some fear in my body. You see, that is when you know you're not in your power, is if you're not living into that. You know you're in your power when you say, okay, I'm going to start this business. I'm going to start this thing. I'm going to start this social life. I'm going to start this romantic relationship. It might not be perfectly sunshine and perfect rainbows the whole way through. But what I will say though is that you know you're in your power when you go in that direction, regardless of if those limitations come up in your body. You're like, okay, these limitations come up and I'm going to go here anyways. And this is what a lot of people don't want to hear. A lot of people just want to stay comfortable in their own little bubble and not do the things that they know in their hearts they need to do to create the life that they want. They know that they have to face some shadows. We all know in our hearts the shadows we have to face in order to create the life that we want. The question is, are we actually living into it? Are we actually living into what it is that we know we need to create, that we know we need to face some shadows to do it? Do we actually live into that is the question. Everybody knows, okay, if I go here, I'm gonna have to face these shadows. But do we live into it? When you live into it, regardless of what your mind says, regardless of what your emotions say, you know exactly now you're stepping into your true self and you're stepping into your true power. That is when you know exactly that you're really stepping into your power. Now, the third sign is that you're beginning to realize the infinite possibilities of the now. You're realizing that maybe there's limitations in this moment, but that doesn't contradict the infinite potentials that exist in this present moment right now. Literally right now. Right now, in this present moment, not only do I believe this, but I've seen it in my life, that what I think is possible in this moment is a limitation. And if you're beginning to realize that when you're not attaching to limitation anymore, this literally opens up the infinite field of possibilities that exist in this present moment right now, what's beginning to happen is you're actually stepping into your true power and into your true self 100%. Why is that the case? Because this present moment is literally infinite. Don't take my word for it. If you're realizing that though, you know that you're stepping into your true power. You don't know it logically, you're ascending into your true self and you're experiencing, oh my God, these thoughts that I was attached to for 20 years weren't true. And what does that open up in your life when you realize that? What does that open up in your life? It opens up infinite possibilities. To realize you are not this opens you up to who you really are. And who you really are is literally infinite possibilities in this present moment. That's who you are. Now, the only way to realize that is to realize, oh my God, I'm not these limits. And if you're beginning to realize that more and more and more and more, you're absolutely stepping into your true self, and you're absolutely stepping into your true power. 100%. So that's all I have for this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. As always, have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.